Well, hello there. This is that one generic grinder here. Sorry that I'm on a little bit late. I lost track of time when I was making my lunch, but I am ready for the most part. We are going to be playing some Talos 2, which came out literally a few days ago. Thursday, I believe. Uh, One second. But sorry, I just really need a drink. Uh, Well, I really enjoyed the first Talos, and I will probably get back to it, but it might take a year or two because I don't want to overplay it. But this should hopefully be interesting. So I'm gonna be starting a new game, and here we go. I do like how worn down all of that looks, but at the same time, how much attention to detail all the little things have. Let's see. HDD limitations. Huh. Well, if I have to, I will. A prophet hath no honor in his own country. I've always felt that a human being could only be saved by another human being. James Baldwin. Initializing firmware. Firmware functional. Loading autonomous program parameters. Version 1.08 loaded. System check. Passed. Initiating memory banks. Starting autonomous process. Ready. Oh, sleepy time's over.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called Elohim.
Elohim. Not Olheim. Elohim. One second. Actually, I want to see... Gameplay. Opacity, interface, where is it? You can switch between first and third, nice. It'd be nice if there was a hotkey for that. That might be for later on when they add a couple things. Because I bet you this game is going to get some DLCs. They changed the jumping mechanics a smidgen. It's more vertical over a arc, I guess you could call it. How about this? It's a higher up and down grab or forces rather than distance. And do like the tutorial and how they still have this. And how it's still glitchy. Glitchy McGlitchington. Oh, and that was a freeze. Probably from loading stuff. That didn't look great. Well, yes, if I notice that it freezes up a lot like this, I will literally switch it over to... Oh, no crouching. I'm actually surprised. 1 second. Actually, let me check the controls. Jump sprint, huh? Oh, it toggles perspective. There is a toggle. Okay, that's nice. Pause game. Zoom in. Okay, that's nice. Photo mode. Reset. That's still the same. Oh, bridge piece. Oh. So that's where I came from. Okay. Oop. Oh well. I feel like it's a little faster paced.
This land is but a dream.
Yep, that was the loading.
You will stay
That's what the
here
starter was.
only for a little while. Soon you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel.
But I like how this one's starting off in Egypt rather than ancient Catholicism stuff. There are so few games that use like don't get me wrong, there are absolutely games that like use Egyptian or like Greek and stuff, but I feel like certain things aren't used anywhere near as much. Oh, Oh, so this is a pretty easy level. Honestly, just do it right here because it's just. Simple.
Well done, my child.
Fencing. Okay, so you still cannot grab up stuff if it's on the ground. Cool. Actually, you know what? I actually really want to see nothing over back here, sadly. But remember to double check every. Oh, not. There is so much attention to detail. So if I remember correctly, our Cobra is the one that have the flaring part, and it's holding like a water lotus or something, which is really nice. It's like it's all gold or brass looking. Probably brass, honestly, because gold is way harder to come by, and you probably wouldn't use it for something that's almost the equivalent of a candlestick. The fact that there's two of them here kind of makes me wonder if there's something in this area that I'm not noticing. Oh, well. I also still like how they have the jump indicators. So I know that I could have probably just technically jumped over that, but where's the fun in that? Just go directly to it. Why not? Okay, I will admit this. I'm not going to say it feels insulting, but very much extremely easy.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
Super easy. And now for the yellow. Windy. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, come on. Whee!
Very good.
Wonder what happened to make something crumble like this, though. Like, this doesn't just have the face first hit something and have the back crumble. Maybe someone smacked it stupidly hard, which is what my guess is. Static pressure. Wee woo. Actually, I want to see what this looks like. Aww. Sad. I kind of missed the wrist coming up and you pushing the button on your wrist. That was so cool. Hmm. You. Oh. Thank you. Oh, nothing back here. Maybe. I really hope they hit a lot of Easter eggs around again too, because that's always fun. But no, like, I understand that this is all tutorial missions, so yee. Okay, let's see. Noise.
Excellent.
By the way, I am saying this right now. I am not trying to speedrun this because I think that this game, it has like awesome beauty. Like the first one, they were of course trying to do certain things to optimize like rendering and whatnot, but it's like this one. Holy crap! Did they make improvements to things? There we go.
I am proud of all my children. Out of a world of ruins, they have built a new Jerusalem. And there your brothers and sisters await you to celebrate your birth.
Well, oakley dokley, my dude. Oh. Little. There we go. Wait. Nice. You can keep your connections. Oh, that is such a huge improvement. Man, like the entire environment, like this feels so much more fast-paced. Oh? Hmm. Ah, sad. I still can't believe that little iron bars can stop the lights from connecting with each other.
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that
Is
the
that...
new world awaits you, and this place is only a dream.
One second. That has to be pink. That can't... It is red. But why does this look pink right here? Huh. I can't crouch, so I can't see down there. Sad. Yes, it still does the vein. Aw, you can't pick up anything without it. Aw, sad. Just, it feels like the connector said it was pink. I don't know. No, this is definitely red. I like how vibrant the colors look. Like, it's not neon, but it's definitely a much more, I don't know, vibrant is the only way I could say it. Well, this is a really easy one. I was just exploring for the funds. Oh, crap. I'm gonna actually turn up my frame of view real quick. There we go. Like, even though, like, this is kind of showing you how dull the desert can kind of be. Like, don't get me wrong, the desert always will have life as long as there's any form of water that can get there. But it's just, it's so awesome to just be able to see things, you know? Thank you. So, what I am going to do... And again, I swear I'm not trying to speedrun this because this is my first time playing this. Like, there's so much more texture to everything. Like, you can almost see the bumps and shadows rather than just a flat face that looks like it has shadows. Now, again, I'm not dissing the first game at all. I thought the first name was really nice looking. But at the same time, there's just so much that has been improved on this game. You know? But I will say, I also kind of like how they changed it so that these are colored.
I have finished preparing your vessel. Now, hear my advice. A new world awaits you. full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I in my garden could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious. But above all else, you will have to be human.
And that's one thing that a lot of people don't get the chance to do, sadly. There we go.
Do not be afraid of these dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself, as am I, after a fashion.
Whatever happens, we're in this together, Lilith.
Step into the light, child, and awaken.
Oh, they added way more horizontal effects with this. Taking a hot second to load.
Ah, you're awake. Welcome to the world of the living.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
Oh, you're polite. What a rare combination of traits. If only the algorithm produced more people like you. Oh, but I'm confusing you. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history, so we have the freedom to form our own opinions. Of course. You want the short version or the long version?
I want to know everything in excruciating amount of detail.
All right, you asked for it. A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic. They built an advanced technological civilization. But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate, and an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost. That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war, and so few into useful research?
Because we're not very
It's
bright.
hard to understand. But no matter the reason,
Greed,
in the end,
too honestly.
they simply ran out of time. A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor.
Which I'm assuming is
The
you
simulation was
from the
controlled
previous
by
game.
Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word. But it all took much longer than anyone had expected. And over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position, When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us, and it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all.
A caretaker.
Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way. It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, using the tools left behind by the progenitors' team, they created 10 more humans.
Then what about the ones
12
that
who followed the
Elohim
Founder
locked up?
are known as the First Companions. Athena and the First Companions then set out to rebuild the world.
I like
And
how
they founded
expressive
the
they
city of
are.
New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return. Before the Founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the goal. Capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story, the way the mayor tells it.
I want to ask number two, but I want to ask number one more.
Some of the First Companions, like Byron, don't believe that Athena really wanted us to stop growing. They think her ideas have been twisted and embellished. They may be right, but I didn't see Athena very much in the years before she left. Maybe actually leaving the simulation and seeing the destruction left behind by our ancestors changed her mind. You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event. You've only just been born, and already you step right into a major controversy. The goal, as most people understand it, was fulfilled the moment you were born.
Number 1,000.
Now, New Jerusalem is complete, and we can live in balance, without damaging the world like our ancestors did. That's the orthodox view, I suppose, but there are many who disagree. You'll have to figure out where you stand for yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the First Companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning.
I don't want to say that her job is obsolete because there's always more to learn.
You won't age like our ancestors did, but of course, there is always some wear and tear. You should probably schedule a checkup every decade or so. Oh, and be a bit careful with water. You won't die if it rains or anything, but we're running low on insulation material. I wouldn't go swimming if I were you.
Aw, Sag.
I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break, and we'll see what happens.
I want to comfort her.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on. It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions.
Oh,
Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
all of them. I want to subscribe to all 1,000. Tab. Nice. Treat everyone with respect, regardless of the number. Don't take the founder's name in vain. Understandable. But I wouldn't treat them like a god either. Respect the principles of the goal. The Our Frogs People discussion is now banned. Okay. Inactive threads will be archived. If you have any issue, please ping these moderators, Jeremy and Naam. Number 11 actually sounds pretty familiar to someone. Let's see, Neef. Oh, these are the text conversations I've had so far. I'm 1,000. Welcome to the world of living. Aw, I want to talk to her more. But it's nice to know that Elohim is now a little more soft in some of his ways. Okay, how the heck do you get into there? Can't sprint. Surge! I think that was the room I was just in. Ooh, a bunch of computers. Does not compute. Oh, what are these? They don't, I could almost imagine these being like some sort of cryopod, but at the same time, all humans died. So I'm gonna guess that these are sort of like stasis chambers for our bodies if they need repairs or something. I really want to talk to her more, but I can't sprint. Nope. Interacting does nothing. Sad. All the colors of the wind.
Look, it's 1K.
Hey 1K! Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Shouldn't the mayor be starting his speech?
Probably. But really, I want to know what happened to the like the 20-ish people that Ilheim had imprisoned, including Shepard and the other person.
Citizens of New Jerusalem, many years ago, when the founder stepped forth from the simulation,
452.
this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The founder set us on a
Sorry, I'm
new
not trying
course.
to.
You never even met the founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth. To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
Is that Milton?
People of New Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
We might still be in a simulation, honestly. No, I don't even get to look around and speak to any other people. Itchy my head.
I told you we should have investigated those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition. Someone who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the founder and all that nonsense. If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference room.
Well, too bad I don't get to say anything. Like, they both have points. Like, going too much too fast is definitely not good, but at the same time, it's been centuries. Which means that, and if we're getting low on stuff, we probably should be... Ooh, water. And also, but we still need supplies in order to, you know, live. And sure, not being invasive is a good thing. In fact, it's probably one of the best goals we could have, is to try to have balance. But at the same time, if you don't have any way to survive, and I'm not saying that we have to be like predatory or overdoing anything, but
What's broken now?
but still needing supplies to do stuff is good. Hey Sinky, how you doing? I do not mind talking with you, but at the same time, I don't want to be talking about War Thunder when I'm playing this game, if you don't mind. One second, okay? Yep.
All right, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you?
Old city, new
That's
city.
it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh?
Yep, overloading the power grid is not a good thing.
What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
It would be nice if they could find a ways to use more solar and wind power. 1 second. New interface. 1 second. Fine, 1 second. Hello, I am not playing War Thunder. Talos 2. I finished Soma Thursday. Okay, what are you two playing? Playing forts? Yep, I saw your picture earlier where after you got another nuke. And what is... I know that you got it in about 2.5 minutes, but let me ask you this real quickly. Have you checked if anyone else has anything that's 2.5 minutes or less than that? Really? I don't believe it'd be impossible for someone to get a world record of less than 2.5 minutes. Maybe not by much, but I could definitely see it possible for someone getting that. Well, I would suggest no, I'd be kind of careful about doing this. Uh, to go on Reddit and post, hey, does anyone else have a nuke record of less than 2.5 minutes? Yep. I one time I actually I hit a telephone pole that never spawned in until after I hit it. But yeah, so I might get onto War Thunder later. I'm not going to keep this a super long stream for two reasons. One, I don't want
Hey,
this
hold
to...
on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, I was just playing my game a little bit. But yeah, so I'm not going to keep this stream super long. But so I'll probably... I did see that you were technically playing when I got on at about like 11:30ish. But you were on snooze mode. Okay, well that's about another like 14 hours of non-play time that you've played. Let's just say that there's probably at least would you say 150 hours of your total time at minimum that you haven't played? Okay. But yeah, so I will probably be getting on later, but that will be later. What time are you gonna be stopping? Because I'm thinking of streaming this for about 3 hours at least. Uh, well, about 45 minutes, but this is also eating into that time. Yeah, I remember that. So I was planning on ending this at about like 5 to 5:30. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay, I'm going to hop off of the channel for now. I hope you guys have a good time, okay? Later. There. Sorry about that. Let's see. Hungry, sad, angry, calm, confused, worried, excited, curious.
Why?
Let's see. On Last of Us, I'm sure I'm going to be special somehow. I don't know where this quote came from because life has found a way. Because all things considered, I'm lucky to be here to see this at all. Yes. By limiting the growth today, we're more assured to seeing tomorrow. Look around. It's Rock City. What's there not to like?
So, the algorithm assigned you the optimism trait. If only we could all be so lucky. Now listen, this meeting
do like
isn't
the number.
strictly happenstance. I have some friends, the kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out. Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
Not surprised. Dodge. Gotta get out of Dodge. Flower. Flower power.
Welcome. Do please join us at the table.
Ooh, Brighton.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this
Alcatraz.
puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Or is it Alcatraz?
Of course. I'm sorry you've been dragged into this. I'm
But
sure
this is
sort of
super interesting.
adventure is the last thing you were looking for on your first day.
Ha! See? A fresh mind is open to the possibilities. Yakut, I think it's time for the briefing.
All right, here we go.
764.
Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first
Thank you.
became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them.
Oh.
I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge.
I like the
Al
way
will be
that
your
their
second in command
necks
to
are
ensure
like
a
interesting.
balanced approach.
But I think
You
another
take
fun thing would
Melville
be
and
is if
Yakut
they
as
changed
you
how
requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
the different ages of models actually, like, hey look, this guy's number 7, this guy's 460 something. If they changed their body a little bit more.
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out
Like
on the landing pad
to
when
help
you're
make
ready.
improvements. Like, don't get me wrong, people can always
Before
have
you set out
upgrades and
so
whatnot
hastily,
afterwards, but like, oh hey look,
Exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea.
Alcatraz.
Go on, see what you make of the place.
Explore New Jerusalem. I absolutely am going to explore New Jerusalem. 1 second. Okay, I don't know if that's a king or a knight, but that is a person on a boat. Let's see. Chapter 5 of Whittington's cat and another cat that visited strange country is. As no work about cats could be complete without the history of Dick Whittington from, let's see, for expeditions, just upload them to remind Byron, who is probably ignore them anyway, attaching a picture from the ancient book to get his attention. Maintain the ideals of the founders and the goal, or the founder and the goal. Prioritize well-being of the expedition members over mission completion. I'll definitely say definitely for that, considering that we're so limited in the amount of people here. One expedition member to stay by the vehicle at all times. Understandable, you don't want something damaging them, and to make sure that they don't run out of fuel / battery to maintain them, and to make sure that they don't go tumbling off a cliff if there is some damaged or unstable ground or whatever. Expedition leaders should refrain from participating in high-risk activities. I will also understand that, because they have to be able to lead and tell other people what to do in case some emergency happens. Minimize vehicle use to conserve fuel, absolutely. Prioritize observation over interference. That is also understandable, especially when we're trying. This is a scouting mission, not a scouting expedition, to see and understand over trying to do a bunch of stuff and collecting stuff, because we probably aren't going to be having a whole lot of room to be able to take much with us. In case of emergency, return to New Jerusalem at once. Understandable. Let's see. Thinking in the sky. We all saw it, right? I didn't accidentally turn on sleep mode while Herman was talking, did I? I mean, it's always tempting. No, we all saw it. Can confirm. 909. It was a sign from the founder. What else could it be? On this day of all days. Pretty incoherent for a sign. It didn't even finish whatever it was trying to say. What does the founder have energy insufficiency problems too? Founder works in mysterious way. I'm not saying it can't be a sign, but at the same time, the thing is that the founder wouldn't know exactly when I would be made unless I was basically pre-made, or kind of, if you know what I mean. Besides, when you have a large grouping of people together, it's probably understandable to want to visit them then. So, I don't think it's a sign from the founder, but it was definitely a sign of something. So, I disagree with it being the founder, but it's a sign of something else. Out of the mouths of babies. How could such of unimagined power not be a sign? Something, but yeah, that was what I was thinking. It could be a sign of life, but that doesn't mean it's intentional. Could be coincidence, a technological accident. Sounds reasonable. Enough to me. Something weird is going on for sure, but what? We'll have to see. Riddles and puzzles are the foundation of our journey. So it began, perhaps so it will continue. I mean, it definitely was how we began. But I also like the throwback at the very beginning of the game to, like, everything. Okay, so that's the main goal.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with. I'm the mayor's chief aide.
Okay. What do you do around here? He's a chief
All the
aide.
things no one else wants to do.
Ah, sad.
Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere.
Yeah.
Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious.
Absolutely, it is.
This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
But the thing is that there is, one, no advancement, and two, like, stability, yes, but it also causes stagnation if nothing is happening. So there's upsides and downsides. Stability is definitely something you want, but at the same time, stability can cause instability if nothing is worked with, I guess, is the best way I can say it. I'm not highly knowledgeable in this sort of thing, but you have to, I'm not saying that you have to improve all the time or have everything change all the time. But if you never reach out and try to understand more at the very least, then you're just going to end up in a small bubble and never, you're just not going to do much with your life. And these guys have really long lives.
You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further. For our people to be happy with what we have.
We should be happy with what we have.
Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated.
Yeah.
What matters to me is having my loved ones around me.
Absolutely.
Safe and secure.
I do want my loved ones to be safe and secure too. But I also want everyone to know that you like safety and security only does so much. Because again, people with adventurous spirits, well, they're about the adventure. They want more than just what they have, and not in the way like physically, but like it's curiosity. They want to see more. They want to hear more. They want to know more. And you can't do that just sitting around. Explore.
Attention all citizens. Due to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the Founder be with you.
Oh, front. Cool. Like, this place is so beautiful. Dots and dashes and double dots. Sign a petition for public referendum. New Jerusalem needs new forms of energy generation. We absolutely do.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time?
Sure.
I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis. Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days. We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Absolutely.
Oh, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city. No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day.
Understandable.
We can't just wish them away.
Yeah.
Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's going to start affecting us.
Absolutely.
In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need, and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor.
Because he doesn't want to be tied down to a single place.
Thanks, 1K. I don't know if this petition will really accomplish anything by itself, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
Damjan. Too bad I can't customize my own name. That'd be kind of fun. I really want to hop into the water, but I was told no.
Hello.
Hello. This place is so beautiful. Probably someone's private place. Oh, a memorial exhibition. Aww. Milton! The Milton's trial. Someone tells me that 1K is actually, well, I'm brain frying on what her name was. But the first person. A little bit of shade, never hurt no one. Ooh, 12. Benaroya, huh? Madam Padme.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying? The kind that trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires?
101.
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
Internal monologue. Future prediction. Inner.
Oh, you don't have any credits yet. Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits. Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else.
Understandable.
Now, what was it you wanted?
Inner monologue. I'm gonna save up for inner. I think inner monologue would actually be hilarious, because I am the monologue.
That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers.
Aren't I already doing that?
But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it. As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now. Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. I'm not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. Kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it?
I think this will be hilarious.
That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it. It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host? Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps.
This oh man, I don't think I've actually seen a game that ever had or if they do, it's very I can't think of a single game off the top of my head that has internal monologue.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Not today.
So, something else perhaps. A very popular choice.
Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
I'll take it.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds
We have
chirping
taste buds? That's so
outside
cool.
the dome? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
I don't really...
Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains, or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system. Okay, Few. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
Thanks, that's all.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback? Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
No, I just some of those words. It's offering more than they allow. No, never ask me again. Seriously. She is selling words, don't get me wrong, but I think the inner monologue is hilarious. I will have to say maybe later. Sadly.
I understand.
Because I do
Please
have
come
to get
back if
used
you
to
need
it.
Anything else?
What an unusual person. I wonder if that internal monologue thing I bought is going to show up again. Oh, wait, here it is.
I think this is hilarious. I hope my internal monologue does some quippy things occasionally.
Oh, wow. It's you. You're 1K. The incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can
Very
you tell me
nervous,
what to
I
do
feel.
with my life?
One question at a time, please.
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
No, not the bottom one. And no, he's not a freak. I feel like I'm just a normal person.
No need to be so modest. You're 1K, the one we've all been waiting for. But I understand. The greatest heroes are always humble. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
You already asked it.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in.
All three are correct in
You're
some
the
ways.
culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
Okay, let's see. Helga's right. You need to find something that makes you happy. Cornelius is right. You need to figure out what your connection to the city is. As though just born, I'm the last person who should be offering service. Honestly. Here, I'm going to ask, say that.
Byron said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to do with that.
So if the city does, if you do a service for the city should do a service for you. I do kind of get that. But at the same time, he already is getting some services from the city, like electricity, transportation, and a couple other things. But let's see. He should find something that makes him happy, but knowing what makes him happy is also not a thing. What your connection to the city is... I think that if he finds something that makes him happy, that is, in a way, will help the city. Maybe not in the way it needs it the most, but it is still a way. Think about what he said. the thing is that, truth be told, the person he makes living quarters, right? The thing is that he could still for like expeditions make for long-term expeditions, I should say, could still make stuff so that it's more comfortable and so that they have a good shelter over something that is maybe mediocre. And using a vehicle as a shelter is probably not, best thing. I'd say something between these two, finding out who you are, but also what makes you happy. Because you need to find out who you are in order to make yourself happy. But in this case, since he's already done his job, which he has been doing for centuries now, probably, I feel like he should find something that makes himself happy. But if he wants to be productive again, then that's his choice.
Thank you for the advice, 1K. It means a lot.
Doors and Stilton. Ah, not Milton. Sag. Replica of the Egyptian god Horus, found in the simulation. One of God's tasks was to uphold Mat, the balance of nature. Progenitor provided Elohim asset as a reminder of the founder. The balance must be protected. Ah, the gargoyle. Oh man. Oh, like the dragon, the baby dragon. Aww. Roman statue found in the simulation. Decay of the Roman Republic into the Empire, which its eventual downfall in the year 1453, was a major topic of historical debate. Like the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute. The earliest generations of our kind were only processing, no emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we've come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. The Shepherd! Yes, Shepherd! I don't know where I am, but there was something beautiful about this place. I'll explore it and see what I can discover. Mulciper. Ooh, he was part of the Elohim imprisonment area. More important than learning more about the world, placing it knowledge is the path to understanding. Cornelius, ooh.
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K. Yes.
I feel like that's...
Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone. She was human. That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
Adventure.
To remind people of where we came from.
Yes.
The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not. And its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Absolutely.
The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Noematics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Yes, the project was almost in ruins before it worked. Oh, great. The kitty. I'm sad about the kitten. Or cat, whatever you want to call it. From when Athena just woke up.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
The sad part is, I felt like even if you lose your meaning, you can always find new ones. It may take time, and it might be emotionally hard, and that there's always, like, the world can be overwhelming and you don't know what to do. But I want to always think that even if I had lost everything and any meaning that I had from before that point in my life, that I would be able to get up, to look at the bruises and how far I have come, and be able to still stand back up, maybe not as tall as I used to be, but that I would be able to continue to look forward eventually and try to find another way to live my life.
That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose. The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world.
And it's okay to be cynical.
He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome. No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disk and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him.
Nope.
I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life.
I can understand that.
She preferred to focus on the future. Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation.
Oh.
And although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way. As the name suggests, the archive scholars study the archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
I'm pretty sure after several hundred years, they probably would have gotten almost everything they could, unless there was something that's super hidden.
Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position. But these days, he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall. He's an interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt. Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disk. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Boxes! A puzzle element in simulation. The founder used them. Pressure plates, scale walls, elevate connectors, and a variety of other ways. Milton computer. Access file on the EL system. Clean many that were loaded due to errors. They also follow the founder to interact with the Milton. Okay. Existed when it first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? Oh, that was weird. Faith. Okay. Possible architectures and inexplicable machines cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other, lest I fall through the floor. I will talk to him in a second. The world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer. Shimlev. Some strangers come into the world like a distortion, like something is not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaking within it. Bob. Pressure plate. The flying disc. The light. The receiver. The projector. The thing. I'm bringing from what that thing was called. Here, let's look. Electrified sphere used as an obstacle. Okay, it's just electrified sphere. Beep boop. There we go. Crap, backwards. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Suzette, how you doing? Mess this up. I'll definitely say this game has been extremely interesting so far. Hmm. Sorry for about taking so long to notice it, by the way. When I'm concentrating on puzzles, it's extremely hard for me to pull myself away. I'll say the hitboxes in some of these are a little bit interesting sometimes. Upside down. Have I played the first one? Yes, I actually finished the first one. I very much enjoyed it. Crap. Oh, there's huh. Don't remember that. I will say that no, not saying that you have to look it up, but I do have a YouTube channel and I have played it. No worries, honestly. There's a very good reason why I call myself generic. I'm gonna hold off on that. I'll hold off on these for now, but because in technicality, actually, you know what? I bet there's an achievement for these. I bet. I should probably put some things into playlists, though. I will admit that. I'm just not very good at remembering to do some stuff. I really want to do this because I'm 95% sure there's an achievement. Wrong way, crap. I mean, in technicality, all I have to do is switch things around. There we go. Because if I have that there, I don't have room for this. Nope. 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 Come on. There we go. Not gonna work. It's not exactly working out too tool that. Come on. Nope, not like that anyway. Hmm. Because the thing is that I'm not sure if after I leave for the expedition that I'll be able to come back here, which is why I'm trying to do this now. No. Hmm. And maybe have trouble with those tetramino puzzles. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, these puzzles are fun, but they're not easy. And anyone that says that they're easy just know these puzzles really, really, really well. The only thing that helps me out is the fact that I have ADHD, which allows me to do some redonkulous things. Okay, so I can't have that like that. Nope. Runway. Wait, what? Oh, I'd have to move this. Because I remember doing a puzzle like this, sort of. Oh, that probably works. Hmm. Nope, that's not gonna work like that. I bet there's people that have developed like an ultra algorithm be able to do this no problem. Holy crap, I just did it. So green are easy, yellow are medium, red are probably either hard or different. Oh wait, I think I remember doing this puzzle. Wait. Nope. Crap. 1 second. So there's 3 of these. Okay, I remember doing something similar to this one, just not this exact one. Because there was 4 of them, and it was nearly completely symmetrical. Nope, that be a line. The cake is a line. I feel like that's going off screen in a smidgen, but whatever. There we go. That was actually easier than the yellow one, honestly. Now, time for the super large. Hmm. Well, I just literally redid the thing I just... Nope, I still have that big old square. So close. There we go. Oh no. No achievements, actually. Connector. Mine. I am currently in the history of all the stuff. Bunch of signs. Veron, if you'd seen what I had seen at the edge of the world, you'd wonder if it wasn't stretching and bursting at the seams. Honestly, the previous game is about like the world running out. Ooh, some of the architecture. Ooh, some of the museum of simulation in its entirety. Oh, I remember the. Oh. By the way, I like what they did with the connectors. Okay, so then there's this one. Wait, actually, I think there might have been some in the next year. 1 second. Okay, there's that thing. Man, it's been a little while since I've done this, so I might be forgetting something, but I remember... Okay, I think I remember. Kind of from right here. Definitely remember this puzzle. Definitely memorable. Yes. You can now pick up connectors and they'll remember which things they were connected to, by the way, which is super nice. There we go. Now I can pick this one up. There we go. Oh man, I'm glad I remembered this one fairly quickly. Oh man. I also like how they try to keep the details as similar as possible to original, but also like keeping it fake too. Yes, right click to retain connections. Too bad if you're holding it that it does disrupt it, which is sad, but understandable. It'd be a little bit too overpowered. Oh man, this is just so fun. Seeing some of the old stuff, like you can tell these are obviously fake walls, but at the same time they're still... Oh, I remember this one too! I remember... Oh, let's see. Let's see. There. This, that. Where was it? Although the proportion seems slightly different for this one. This goes right there. This connector right there. That. So the thing is that if I remember correctly, there was yep, one more connector. I was right. 1 second, actually. So now what I'm gonna do is connect that one to this one. There we go. There we go. And now all I do is go up here. There we go. This is when you snatch a box or connector from under Man, I'm so glad that I remember some of this stuff. Actually, wasn't there like a secret in here before? Might be misremembering that. But I like how it's like so obviously fake and yet still almost an exact replica of the original map. Ooh, beach ball! By the way, I know that I was told not to go into water, but you can't not do that. Gordita is going to have a field day with this game. But I like how they just set up some of these from each area. Well, I remember this one too. Oh, I think I remember this one. Yeah, the window is one. Okay, so that's where I need to get to. Can I not? I remember those didn't have bars though. Well, then again, I know that this is... So let's see. That to there. Connector. Another connector, okay. Okay, good, it can go through those bars. Actually, 1 second. I can just do that from right there to there. Oop. Actually, in all technicality, I could do that out here. There we go. Don't need this, because I will need it for this one. Where is the blue wall? Oh, right there. Okay. Wait a second. Actually, it might be... Oh, I think I remember now. I'm stupid. 1 second. Have that go through here. Instead, have this do this. I think. No, wait. No, I can't do it this way. I have to have two going to blue. So instead... Okay. So there. There. Okay, good. That works. Here, let's see. So I think I actually need it going through here. Can I? No. It's been a little while since I've done this puzzle. Was there anything else in here? Nope. Nope. Come on. Wait, I think I remember what I did. Okay. So things that I no longer need this door. What I'm gonna do is that. Oh, just a little bit to the... 1 second. I'm so used to the first game still. Because all I need to do... Actually, I'm stupid. All I need to do is keep that one open, and I don't need this door now. There we go. Got it! Welcome, Scholar. Infinite growth text. What growth? Society is sick, and the idea that makes it sick is growth. Infinite growth, infinite consumption. On a finite planet is a recipe for destruction. A desire for more is what makes us kill the only home we have. And to do what? Produce more plastic toys, make more hamburgers, pour concrete over every last bit of green soil. Soil isn't green, it's usually brown. It's what's on the soil that's green. That's personal experience. There's probably is some green soil somewhere. Those who propose techno fixes to our problems are making the mistake of fighting the symptoms, not the cause. Anthropogenic climate is what is one of the symptoms, cause of human greed, and that's what we must truly fight if we must get to undo the damage we did. And the battle starts within every one of us, with the realization that more isn't always better. This infinite growth on a finite planet, things is driving me up the wall. Our problem today isn't infinite growth, it's increasing lack of real material growth that benefits people. Have you seen the state of our roads, our bridges, our hospitals? Have you noticed the lack of affordable housing? The stock market's going great though, fake numbers are indeed growing infinitely, yes sir. But in real world, investment in research is down, huge areas of potential technological advancement are just sitting there. We have so many solutions at our fingertips, but we refuse to act because speculation is more profitable. It retains when extinct on a global level. Nobody fully understands why. But hey, who needs better medical technology? Viruses have never jumped species before, have they? They definitely have.
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Sure, okay.
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you?
They call me 1K.
Of course. You're the new build. Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty? This city's so obsessed with the numbers, they forget what really matters. What do you want?
Who are you?
I'm one of the archive scholars.
303.
We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
Might if you answer some questions for me.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to.
Let's see. Recent events.
Troubling, but tantalizing.
More not.
We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city.
Understandable.
All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character. A matter I'm actively pondering.
Understandable.
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple: to find it and share it.
Well, yes and no. I feel like the way to live a good life is to not covet more than what you need. Like, you can live comfortably, don't get me wrong. But then, as an example, there are some people out there that have way more than they can ever do with in 100 generations unless they blow it off in the stupidest way possible. Oh, and all the while making people suffer just because they want more. But, you know, that's... I'm not pointing fingers at anyone in particular.
Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
Sure. I guess he can't do it himself. An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species has been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing. Select your character class. Politician, scientist, witch, preacher. Witch. You're a witch. Your local coven has disbanded. Though you're not sick, most businesses are closed. Rations are dwindling. If you cannot find food, your family will starve to death. You must survive until the plague is defeated. What will you do? Forage. I think witches would know how to forage. Search some, maybe not that type of foraging. Find some old fruit and vegetable peelings. Sleep for dinner. Notice hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable but inefficient. Your family is not hungry. World population is now 5 billion, compared to probably the previous 8. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories, working desperately to find a solution to the viral threat. Scientists cannot find a cure, and time humanity is doomed. What will you do? Pursue a breakthrough. Why not? History seems to be littered with eureka moments, heralding a steep change in human understanding. Sadly, this isn't one of them. Research level remains the same. Current research level 0. Unknown medical science. And now 4. Let's see. It seems immune to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Rumors say that most of the remaining food has been stockpiled by the billionaires in the underground bunkers. What will do? Crops of the fields aren't ripe yet, but you find a hard green turnip, which will keep your bellies occupied for now. Increase a little. Now starving, they won't survive much longer. It's not glamorous, but most scientific research consists of repetitive testing, samples, recording largely interchangeable results. Little by little, this is how science happens. Increase a little. 33. Virus has been isolated. Human population dwindles. The insect population has exploded. A plague of locusts has decimated the town's unripened crops. Perhaps your family will still has a chance and are nutritious and plentiful. Fine. Eat locusts. The insects are well-fed and lazy. You grind them down into nutritious paste with a mildly nutty flavor. Decrease a little. Family is now hungry. Fine, pursue a breakthrough. Recognize a pattern. A virus is an expression of nature. Just like water or cows, and like watering cows, the solution isn't to fight it because it can't be defeated. The solution is to find a way to live with it and harness its power. Research levels increased a lot, 9%. Antiviral has been discovered, but it's still work to be done on manufacturing and delivering it in time. Suddenly breakthrough. Antivirus cannot be released in an aerosol, carried in the wind, dispersed worldwide in a matter of days. This approach to invertebrate life, the sprinkles of cockroaches, flies, and locusts are to convert the aerosol into hydrogen poisonous compounds. 90% fertility rate among these specimens, and anything or anyone. Use character class special ability. Able to remake reality with the power of your mind. If you believe the locusts remain safe to eat and that humanity will be saved from the virus, then that will be so far as you're concerned, regardless of presence of the eyes and ears. The text on the screen can say whatever it likes about the impossibility of saving everyone. The reality is yours to weave as you see fit. Yes. One antivirus is released, bonding with cloud layer and falling rain across the planet has perished. The last remaining billion will live to die another day. Absolutely. And the other scientists agree that the risk is too great to release the antivirus, much to the surprise of almost everyone everywhere. Reveal these possibilities through the haze of makes a simple decision to merge them and have both. Ashanti, you're a witch. Congratulations. This is considered a win scenario by the majority of the participants. Nah, I'm good.
Well, that was your first taste of the simulation. You must have questions.
What was that? No, you must have questions.
Before our ancestors died, they built an iterative simulation, gave it access to the archive, and hooked it all up to the hydroelectric dam which still runs this city. What you experienced on that terminal was one of the fossilized remains of that program.
What is the goal?
The goal was to create a new consciousness, and thus propel humanity into a post-biological era. My life's work, a small sliver of our primordial ooze. It's a jumble of ancient data, or what it evolved into, and it's the source of almost everything we know. My appearance to you right now is part of the simulation. The lands and puzzles in our dreams are part of the simulation. It's the veil through which we see the world. Many of the artifacts we study have no clear origin. We can't know whether our ancestors created them long before the simulation existed, or if they're just a product of our shared subconscious.
He definitely has some interesting ways of seeing things. There's something called carbon date.
Then I have some questions for you.
Sure.
Your experience of the program, how did it feel?
Fascinating. Definitely.
Isn't it? It may not immediately seem like it, but all the answers we could ever need are encoded into every fragment of the archive. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible. It seems to demand sacrifice. Did you have the same experience?
I know, I got a perfect score and saved everyone. No. I did. I couldn't save everyone. Well, there are definitely some ways that something's a program.
Who did you save?
Too bad it didn't let me choose my family and a billion people.
As I expected.
Oh,
a skeptic would say this artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice. No matter what moral laws we follow, people suffer and die, so what's the point? But that cannot be correct. We must be missing something. What is it trying to tell us?
Morality demands we respect individual rights, virtue, sacrifice for the greater good, love and compassion regardless of cost. We should do whatever we please. Morality can't be reduced to a simple set of rules. Can't be put into words, but I'm sure there's a right answer. I think it can't be set to a simple set of rules.
It's a popular view, and I can't tell you how much I disagree with you. The complexity of the simulation, indeed of life itself,
I also like how that guy just walked between us.
puts most people off from even trying to understand it. But look a little closer. You feel inside yourself the truth of what is good and evil. Biological hominids had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity. We have the simulation. If we can realize our potential to understand it, we can realize our potential as a species. Thank you for bringing this additional data. I must return to my research. I wish you well on your inwards journey.
I'd say one of the things that people forget is that no matter how that good and evil, I guess, is kind of a created thing. It didn't just exist. At least that's what I feel, because like the devil is something that we have created. Or basically sentience can cause good and bad. Like, out in the wild is survival of the fittest. Don't get me wrong, that is a truth. But with little birds and beards. But the thing is that with us comes the fact that we choose what is good and evil, or what is right and wrong.
Hi, 1K.
Yee. Actually, one of the things that I'm kind of surprised that they haven't tried to do is try to use the Earth's magnetic polarity as a way to try to make energy.
Happy completion day.
The Desert Eagle. Ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and used around the world. On average, ancient humans killed hundreds of times the population of New Jerusalem per year. Try per, like, month. Jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derived meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor, Alexander Drennan. While the item on display was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. Yes. A toothbrush. It required frequent maintenance. The device is theorized to be an advanced electronical tool for the purpose, although some scholars maintain its actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark sunrise and sunset. Maybe. 'Tis a book. That's not the worst thing you'll find here, believe me. I'm not surprised. Oh, a fork. A simple utensil used to transport nutrients to an ancient human's mouth, often found in conjunction with a knife and spoon. Find the massage device. Human invention, complex of devices in order to better understand the component parts of the world they inhabited. Major discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and many other fields. I'm gonna have to try to look for more of those things like that. For the massage device. Ooh, soccer ball. A flammable sphere used in the popular ancient human game known as football or soccer. The game was played around the entire globe and aroused great passion in its followers. Soft often simulated digitally, most notably in the form of Football Glory 1994. Ooh, these look like mirrors. Or just carvings. Currency! Ah, that makes sense. Medium those are very large coins, I will say. They're probably upscale then. 998, he's two before me.
Dude, it's you! You're 1K! So nice to meet you, dude.
This guy sounds a little bit like a hippie, not to be mean.
Hey, you checked out all this ancient stuff?
Yep, that's why I'm here.
Me too.
Dude.
Oh, this is amazing, isn't it?
I almost feel like he's a little bit like a gym bro, man. Mixed with a hippie, a little bit. But like, it, like, I'm not in a bad way. I think it's fun. Tell me about yourself.
I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998. So I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. Pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence is totally gnarly. Not sure I used that right.
I feel like he's like, now I feel like he's a little bit of like a 2000s skateboarder.
I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? So we should probably take it easy with the expanding of stuff.
Yep.
Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man.
He does sound a bit nervous.
Seems safer to stay in the city.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being careful.
Sure I do. When I first left the birthing lab, I was so overwhelmed that I hid in my quarters for 3 weeks straight. And if I'm being honest, that's sort of where I want to be right now.
Tell me about these human artifacts.
They're pretty neat, huh? My favorite is that thing called a toilet. Our ancestors had to use it like 3 times a day to do a memory dump. And if they didn't, they freaking exploded! Imagine having to deal with that sort of anxiety all the time. Bummer, huh?
They exploded if they didn't use a bathroom.
Honestly, based on everything I know of ancient human culture, I think he's a ghost.
Who knows? Maybe you're right.
Oh. I was hoping you'd say I'm wrong. Ghosts are creepy, dude.
Hey, ghosts are only as creepy as you make them out to be. What's a dude?
Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person.
Oh, I think I know.
Because I think we should all be excellent to each other.
Bill and Ted's Bogus and Excellent Adventure. That's what he's making me think of. With the guitar riffs and everything. Man, that was good.
Yeah, dude. I thought this voice pack would give me a bit of confidence, help me stand out, you know? But I'm not sure it's working.
I better be going. But hey, it's nice talking to you,
Before
dude.
you go, dude, maybe you can help me? I'm not sure I should keep this voice pack. What do you think? You're 1K. You're special.
In what way?
Go with whatever you recommend.
What's unique? There is nothing wrong with asking for someone else's opinion. I feel that. But being able to make your own choices help too. So you can take someone's opinion into consideration, but at the end of the day, it's still your choice. If you put it on others, then you can just blame them if you feel like it doesn't go your way. Sad, but true. I think it's definitely unique.
All right! Excellent. Thanks, dude.
Founder bless you, friend.
792. Who are you? That rhymed.
The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story.
Absolutely.
Full of twists and turns and surprises. I'm meditating. Letting
Understandable.
go of narratives like time and space and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it.
Sounds like a horrific violation of the conscience. I think it is a beautiful experience of unity.
It's not unity, but the absence of division. There was never a self or an other in the first place. Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all. At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we're telling ourselves.
Again, interesting view. There's nothing wrong with having a different view from everyone else. I will say that again, if I have to. But there is nothing wrong with being different. It'd be kind of nice to find some Easter eggs. Oh well. The toilet. Piece of sanitary hardware used to dispose of biological excretions resulting from food and water intake required to power ancient human technology. Such hardware was connected to a vast network of subterranean pipes leading to wastewater treatment facilities. Classic example of ancient infrastructure used to control their impact on the environment. A massage aid used by ancient humans to combat muscle fatigue and other physical ailments common to biological organisms. This converted pain, the ancient human equivalent of error code 704, 705, 921 to 932. I mean, isn't that massage device though? Oh, cool. I didn't realize there was an under area. I guess I do. Cat! Pet. Pet the kitty. Aw, it's fake. Okay, maybe? It's just staying so still. I almost couldn't. I almost didn't think it was real, sadly. It's the magic wand. Yeah, I think I've heard of that brand before. I thought I've heard that it was supposedly decent at doing its job, but I don't know much about it.
It's you. Number 1000. Today is completion day, isn't it? Sorry, I turned off all the streams.
Yep.
Founder bless you, I guess.
Are you alright? $2.99.
Not really, no. But I don't want to burden you with my problems on your special day.
Go ahead, tell me what's wrong.
You're as new to this world as it gets, 1K. What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? a sense that life is actually worth living.
Contribute to society, that's a way, but that's depending on the person. Obeying orders, again, that's, let's see, pursuing self-interest, love, spirituality, combination of factors. I'd say it's a combination.
That's probably correct. But I've tried a lot of different approaches, and there's always been something missing. Love, 1K. It's our only point of access to the divine. Our only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain. But the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever.
Let's say I don't think there's one specific person who's the only one we can love. Love isn't something you find out there, it's something you build within another person. I don't think love is that important. You deserve to find love, we all do. All of them. Pretty much all of these. There isn't necessarily one specific person that is just your perfect fit. That's your other half that completes you. Just like that. That's not how love works. And don't get me wrong, I have no dating experience, and outside of familial love, I have no experience. But if I were to, the thing is that you have to start by loving yourself, and that's something that I sadly kind of lack. Because there's always ways that I can improve, that I would be able to like myself more as a person. So it starts with self-love. You have to be able to live alone before you can live with someone else. That is something that my dad had taught me. And I don't necessarily mean physically, because you can have roommates and stuff or family members. But the thing is that before you try to get a partner, loving yourself is highly important, for the fact that if you're using your partner as a person to make you feel better, you're not having... your relationship can be somewhat tainted by the fact that you're using them to reaffirm yourself as a person, I guess. Which isn't always the best thing, because then it can make things more difficult during certain times, because then that love is about you and not about you both. Or if you have multiple partners, I'm not saying it's bad to have multiple partners. Just make sure that your other partners are okay with it too, because consent is a pretty big thing about it. Love... well, this one is about the only one that I feel that is the least correct. So love yourself. We all deserve to find love, I feel. Love isn't something you find out there, it's something you build within another person. Definitely. Again, there is no... You're not a puzzle piece, or you're not half a puzzle that just does everything by yourself. You have to basically find someone that you are willing to mold with, and that they are willing to mold with you too. I don't think there's one specific person who is the only one who can love. Honestly, out of all these, self-love, I either want to say self-love or this one, because I don't want... I'm going to say this one because of the things that this could be a little bit of narcissistic in a way, if you take it that way.
I'm old enough to remember the love between Athena and Cornelius, so forgive me if I don't believe that.
Well, he's definitely dealt with something. 980, pretty close to being some of the last ones, probably within the last 10 years, I'm guessing. Maybe 30 for all I know. Island hopping. But yeah, so one of the things is that, yeah, you have to be able to conform to the other person, but they also have to be able to conform to you. You can't. Let's see. You feel like a zombie? I feel you, man. Troubled sleep? Absolutely. There are definitely a good amount of time where I just don't get good sleep. Be constant. Remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. No, that perfection isn't unchanging. Perfection is an unreachable goal that we all strive for. What one person finds as perfect, another person can find as flawed. So, in actuality, perfection is not something that truly exists, if you think about it. Because something can be perfect for what you want or need, but it may not be perfect for someone else. And some people can actually say that if one person doesn't find it perfect, then it isn't perfection. What is perfect for one person will never be perfect for another. So all you can do is try your best. Oh, I never visited that place. Oh well. I already spent a long time. I'm going to just get right to it now. There we go. You probably don't mind that I spent a couple hours of the day just wasting it. Actually, 1 second. New Jerusalem. This basic information from our first expedition. This is a test, please ignore. Let's see if this works properly. Don't have another incident when his poetry to the public law. Okay. Undesignated TTP-2-2, sorry, was first noted during the return journey from a scouting expedition, which was diverted from its intended path due to an unexpected weather front. Long-range scans indicated the presence of a large artificial structures, and also returned highly unusual energy readings. The matter was not investigated further. In ancient times, the northern part of the island was home to several large settlements, but rising sea levels had obliterated these flooded the northern lowlands. South in stark contrast seems to be harsh and lifeless desert. Our intended base camp is near the origin of the energy readings in the temperate center of the island. I have a feeling that is feeling something.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going? I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
Well, thank you. Real quickly, sorry if I'm missaying your name. Now, this is only a temporary solution, but have you ever had melatonin? Melatonin actually can help with sleeping, but at the same time, it can only do so much. You do? Okay. Well, people come in 1K, but yeah. So all I can say is that if melatonin isn't helping you, then I know of some simple tricks that might help. Like, I know some people have white noises that help them out. Like, oh, hey, look, the sound of a fan. Or maybe my sibling sometimes, or I should say commonly, used to use a this radio, or not radio, this alarm clock that actually had white noise function, like rain, like a soft rain, or like crickets in the night, or something else. Like white noises can help. It kind of helps you take your mind off of some stuff, because I've actually kind of read a little something about this. I haven't gone too deep into it, so I don't remember everything. Not to mention the fact that I am no doctor or sleep scholar. Complete silence, that's understandable. Low light levels, silence can help. But basically, something that can help you calm your mind and just relax your brain, and that will help you get to sleep better and faster. Felt great when I slept under some streams. It's definitely an option you could try out. You could try out some white noises to see if that helps you out. I would definitely suggest, like, I guess it depends on how willing you're, or how long you're willing to do it. Like, try it for like a couple weeks and try different white noises too. Hey, thank you for thinking I'm great. I don't think I'm that great, but I'll try my best. But another thing I think I remember reading about is how inclined your head is. So like if you're like all the way upright, that'll help you keep awake. But if you're all the way flat on your back with your head resting parallel to your back, that's actually also something that doesn't help, if I remember correctly. But like head position, white noises, light level, and basically ways to get, I guess you could almost say like meditating before you sleep can help. But I'm no doctor for sleep, so just do what you think is good for you. Again, if you're going to try white noises and different angles of head being laid back, that might take a little while. So just, it's not something that's going to immediately fix in just one night. So just take your time. Nice to meet you, people coming 1K.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Yes. I think there's going to be 5 of us.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
You have chosen a dangerous path, a path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future...
Tends to be, yes.
Wakey wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
Tis a pyramid.
That is a bloody megastructure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
I mean, I will say triangles are one of the sturdiest structures that you can find.
It really is
incredible.
Looks like this place was meant specifically for what we're about to do.
Remember to turn on streaming,
See?
everyone?
That little pad. Streaming initiated.
Have I ever mentioned that
Pentagon
I hate
is the
flying?
bestagon.
If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And touchdown.
The voice in the wilderness. But the thing is that I never said that the Pentagons weren't the bestagons, just that's the most structurally stable thing to do.
Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything.
Why do you need a molecular
Tell me what
analysis?
the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
Explorer area. First thing I'm gonna do, explore the edge. What's this? What's this? It's floating in the air. What's this? I should not go much further in the sun because I do not want to get copy struck. What's this? Yeet. Ooh. Aw, I thought there had been something in the alcove. Sedge!
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
Understandable.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints.
A giant golden door.
Golden Gate.
Crispy will be in the squad with me. Okay,
I wonder
Stinky.
what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
Oh, owls. That's a sign of Artemis. That's one of the things I remember from history.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Fine, I'll explore it. That is still active. Nothing. Aw, can't turn the wheel. Extra pipes. Fine.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
I feel like this might be Artemis's abode. Red and green make blue. RGB. Blue and red make green. Let me guess. Blue and green make red. Okay, so that's part of the stuff. This is literally showing me what will happen. Talos Principle 2A. On the universe, street of Stygia, Harwin. See, a fragment from Stratton's on the universe. I grant you then that man is indeed like Talos and cannot escape his material nature despite the claims of metaphysics, as you have many times said. Too many, perhaps. Repetition is the mother of teaching, and least when the students are hard-headed. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? As the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self because this is what determines our existence as individuals, but the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizens live within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it have been that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? Footnote. Metaphysics is Let's see, manuscript. Superstitions instead. Ah, yes. Bunch of gobbledygook numbers. Trials 5 and 6. Fail. Power grid 2 unstable. Well, I downloaded the schematics, I guess.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Not yet, I want to explore. Ooh.
That sort of looks like a temple.
I'm kind of hoping that there's some secrets around here, but I haven't noticed anything yet. But then again, I am kind of going by quickly. I thought I was hearing beeping. Like a heartbeat monitor, kind of. I cannot jump up. Sad. And yes, I'm jumping because why not? It's actually kind of cool if like a rock or something fell. I like the map up top. But yep, was down there. I'll explore that door in a moment. I just want to look around a little more. This kind of looks like it was an entrance at some point, maybe. Or if it was a really filled in one. Also, these used to look like they were raised and then crumpled. Probably like a stairway up, honestly. Won't let me go in. And that's about all that is around this area right now. Wait. No, I was over here earlier. Vilp. People. I should see myself going around and he would pass right by me. That does...
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
For the capsule? I'm not boarding the capsule quite yet. I'm going to explore whatever the heck that was.
Go ahead and try the capsule, 1K.
Unless I cannot. That is sad. Might just have to do that. Nope, nothing. Oh well. I like how I'm entering the capsule.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Bye-bye.
Where is the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Loading.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad. We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Yep, since there's only one... Where are those lights? Entirely different structure. And I'll turn around.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
Oh. Lily pad. Ooh. The couds. Aw. Oh well. Aw, almost got on top of it. Oh well. Looks like there's some area down below. Not much of an area, but something. Oh. Thought I saw purple. Yep, I did see purple. RGB shifting.
Is that a puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
That device was not in the simulation.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud. It's headed for the lake.
Oh, I passed right through when I could not search.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
Okay, let's see how this goes. So that makes blue. Wait 1 second, actually. Nope, actually, 1 second. I need... Nope, actually, I think what I need is... Nope. So I need the other two colors to make the third color. So I need red. So I need blue and green in some form. There we go. Second one. The bloom! The bloom of boom.
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this, a theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze. It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Okay, so that cannot work like that. Oh, I'm stupid. So now I need blue and green. No, it's just ever so slightly too big. No! Nope, almost. There we go. That's number 3.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
I like how they're telling me to solve them. Holy. This place is beautiful.
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
The thing is that if these things can build structures, what's to say that it can't be like that? Let's see, day 1. Set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. found secondary supply site easily enough thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions, but while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. Must have been expected the simulation would fulfill its purpose a lot sooner, but then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day one, not just Athena. Tonight, we also have to use 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth. Most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. Are we there yet? Where it came from, where we're going, and why you'll need snacks? Romeo. A few hundred or 1,000 years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what mess they made. I mean, modernity isn't a bad idea. Maybe we could stick to living like cavemen, and I get it. It is ugly and messy, but mistakes is something, is thinking that where we are right now is the end point. This is adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly, admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus, and they have soft heads. And they grow into children. Tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains, and then they become teenagers. Pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then slowly, if you're lucky, gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies with humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that would still come. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders. This is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. It's just because all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never going to change. Yep, it definitely is a baby step. Considering the beginning of the end by Elwyn. 258. I think all that time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in naivety, optimistic ideas of Alexandra Drennan. But walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's a sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed? How many to the point of extinction? Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrive somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there's no way to hold back the growth obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. I do like how they're adding so much more story to this too. The underground area that I was talking about earlier. I like how oh, okay, those are steps, okay. I was gonna say curb, but it didn't end up being a curb. Ah, la 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 la. Trevor Percival Donovan, unknown to his friends as Trev, never as Percy, was part of extended lifespan project that formed the backbone of the simulation in the archive. He's helped put together the hardware that made all of us possible. Like Alexander Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future. Unlike Alexander Drennan or Arkady Trintsevsky, he was forgotten. Not one building or street in New Jerusalem was named after him. I dug up the files from the archive and I've been thinking about them a lot.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexandra Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I went... Yes, Frank. I'm recording right now. Uh-huh.
No. You know what? Why don't you go?
Oh, man. Where is the blue? Zooey Kablooey there. Okay, I think I know what I have to do. Oop. Actually, 1 second. Nope, come on. Nope, come on. Actually, 1 second. Is there a wall on the other side that I'm able to pass through anything? No, sadly, okay. I was just double checking because I'm not the brightest of individuals. Come on. There we go.
That was really kind of excellent.
Excellent, my dude.
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
It's lovely. It feels like a museum. It's beautiful but decaying. It's fantastic, self-contained, self-sufficient. Everything is so harmonious. Not quite self-sufficient quite yet. It's beautiful but decaying.
You're right. You're absolutely right. We had such ambitions in the beginning. But now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome, and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb. Of course, ask away. When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up.
I think we also...
Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture.
Philosophy too.
To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them, perhaps a test. I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important. Terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
I can understand that point of view.
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization. Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that.
That is something,
in fact,
yes, good.
I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
Absolutely. Oh, over here. This almost looks like a vault door. Huh. That's probably a puzzle room, honestly. But I like how it's giving you direct... Oh! Secret! Secret, secret, secret. Interconnectivity.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished. Or still evolving.
Nope. Actually, 1 second. No, actually, 1 second. Oh, 1 second, actually. Okay, so now what we need to do nope, crap. Okay, 1 second. No, I'm stupid. 1 second. No, that's open. Hmm. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have the blue from that side. Okay. Let's see. After I finish this puzzle, I might have to... I'm going to be getting off. Okay, let's see. far as I know, I got everything that was in here. Nope. There we go. Tis the hidden puzzle.
I have good news and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none. Sarcasm. Famously helpful. Why did we bring you along again?
I wasn't trying to be sarcastic.
Relax, newbie. I'm just pulling your leg. Which I helped make, by the way, so you better be grateful.
Well, thank you.
Let's stay focused. We're in unfamiliar territory. We can't afford to get distracted.
Al's right. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty, though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
I will say that does honestly feel like what a normal conversation sounds like.
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle.
It's probably both. I bet it's for another puzzle, but it's also decoration. Yes, it is a puzzle. But I'm gonna end it right here because of how pretty it looks. So, hey, thank you very much for watching. Talos 2 is turning out super pretty and fun so far, and they building up so much lore to the game, and how it's probably been hundreds, if not close to 1,000 years later. And it's just, there's so much more going on now than there was before, and I think this is super fun, and we shall have to see more. I'm gonna play this next Sunday, and I will play it for longer next Sunday. That is my plan. But, what can you do? So, thank you very much for watching. I had fun, and I hope you did too. This is That One Generic Guy, and I shall bid you adieu. Good night.